Soumya, you may begin.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. A very good evening to the chief guest, Justice Vijay C. Daga, sir, Chairman NSEL, guest speaker Mr. Naveen K. Murthy, sir, advocate and founder of NKM Law Chambers, Riddhi Jindal, ma'am, COO at Law Internships, and everyone else present here. I am Soumya Sonkar, OC member at Law Internships and host for today's ceremony. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome everyone at the panel for the valedictory ceremony of the third LI National Virtual Mediation Competition 2023 organized by Law Internships, the online law school. Now I would like to invite Ms. Riddhi ma'am to introduce Law Internships, the online law school. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Soumya. A very good evening to everyone present here. I'm highly honored and feeling privileged to be a part of this valedictory ceremony of 3rd LI National Virtual Mediation Competition 2023. First of all, I would like to extend my heartiest thanks to Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay C. Daga, sir, former judge of Bombay High Court, for accepting our invitation and to enlighten the young minds today. I would also like to thank Mr. Naveen Kumar Murthy, sir, founder and managing partner at NKM Law Chambers, Chennai. I must say that NKM Law Chambers is one of the firms who is supporting law internships since our establishment. Thank you so much, Naveen, sir, for all the support throughout the event. Now, let me tell you all about law internships. Law Internships, the online law school, it started off with a vision to help law students to achieve their dream internship with top-notch lawyers, law firms, corporate bodies, and judges. We strongly believe that true internship is one where students are allowed to actively participate and not just passive learning. Today, we provide opportunities in the field of law to the students pursuing undergraduate and postgraduate programs. We assist them at every turn to gain professional experience as well as to hone their legal skills while being enrolled in a full-time law program. And it gives us immense joy to see that our mission of online law school to pave a path for the young lawyers is coming successful. We are happy to see that the students who have approached us are placed under able mentors. With that, we also take pride in saying that a vision for a full-fledged online law school which provides extensively educational services, and the objective behind this law school was to forge a credible platform for the law aspirants who want to pursue and fulfill their educational requirements, that is a whole sum with practical exposure to the relevant skills by providing awareness regarding the emerging fields of law, such as mediation, arbitration, and conducting competitions at national level. And I'm also proud to share that from past 3 years of our establishment, we have successfully reached out to 70 plus law colleges and law institutes, where we are providing internships to the law students of that particular institutes, and we are spreading awareness about the BCI guidelines for internships and national and international competitions importance. Last but not the least, I thank my team for supporting me and the management day and night in achieving our mission. Thank you so much. Over to you, Soumya.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, moving ahead, I feel privileged to introduce our chief guest, Justice Vijay C. Daga, sir. Sir was enrolled as an advocate on 21st June 1972. He practiced before Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court, as well as Supreme Court of India and various high courts in civil, constitutional, labor, banking, service and excise matters. Sir represented Chief Justice and Registrar of Bombay High Court and District and Sessions Judge in Vidarbha region before the Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court in the matters filed against them. Sir has been the standing counsel or retainer or panel counsel for various banks, statutory, government and semi-government organizations and various leading industrial houses of the Vidarbha region. From 1983 to 1986, he was Secretary of the High Court Bar Association and was Senator of Nagpur University from 1989 to 1995. Sir was elected as Dean of Faculty of Law, Nagpur University from 1989 to 1992. From 1992 to 1995, he was member, Executive Council or Management Council of the Nagpur University. Further, he was elected President of the High Court Bar Association, Nagpur from 1996 to 1999. And Sir is also associated with various social and educational institutions such as Central India Institute of Medical Science and GS College of Commerce and Economics, Nagpur. And further, Sir was appointed as additional judge of the Bombay High Court on 13th December 1999. Now I would like to invite Mr. Justice Vijay C. Daga, sir, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. It is an honor to be here today as the chief guest at this mediation competition. I would like to start by congratulating all competitors who have made it to the final round. It takes dedication, determination, and hard work to make it this far, and you should be proud of yourself. I am happy to note that online law school which extensively provide educational services and opportunities in the field of law to the students pursuing undergraduate and postgraduate program, and assist them to provide internship opportunities for getting professional experience. This competition is an incredible opportunity to develop skills that will serve you well in your future career. Mediation is an incredibly important skill to have, and it is one that will serve you well in any work or social situation. Today, disputes are a part of everyone's life, be it in personal or commercial associations. They are inevitable. The question of prime importance is how parties handle the dispute. There are two modes that are mainly used for addressing a dispute. One is adversarial, like litigation and arbitration, and other is non-adversarial mode like mediation and conciliation. So far as adversarial litigation is concerned, the corridors of the courts are clogged with lakhs of pending cases. Courts are finding it difficult to deal with the same within a reasonable span of time. Each case is taking more than 8 to 10 years to get decision at the trial court, and thereafter first and second appeal also takes years together. Non-adversarial mode is informal, people-friendly, less complicated, and allows parties to communicate better and find solutions themselves. It is true that all matters cannot be mediated, but the matters which can be mediated comprises of, but not limited to, the commercial contractual disputes, consumer matters, and those involving tortious liability, including matrimonial disputes. The concept of mediation is ancient and deep-rooted in India. If you all know, from Lord Krishna mediated between Kaurava and Pandavas in Mahabharata, to family elders resolving dispute issues, to the resolution of dispute at the community level through panchayats, there exists a strong culture of mediation in India. With the passage of time, there are certain statutes which provide for mediation as a mode of settlement of disputes between parties. Best example is a recent enactment dealing with commercial courts, wherein before filing suit, one has to go through the gamut of mediation. The past few years of global crisis like pandemic not just resulted in loss of lives, but has had an adverse impact on business, commerce, performance of contractual obligations, and global economies on account of lockdown and restricted movement. Instead of addressing all such contractual disputes through litigation or arbitration, parties should use their best endeavor to resolve the same through mediation in the first instance. A settlement, if arrived at in the commercial dispute, strengthens the business relations and may result in a win-win situation for both parties. Promoting mediation is a mode of addressing dispute between the parties would also save precious judicial time as well. And I always say that bad compromise is better than a better judgment. It has been rightly said by Albert Einstein, in the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. In the light of aforesaid grim situation, the courts have risen to the occasion and gradually involving the virtual hearing by way of video conferencing in the urgent matters and having online filings. So it is time that we understand the merits of mediation and resort to mediation as a professional and sophisticated mode of settlement of disputes between the parties. There is a need to change the mindset about mediation. It should be mandatorily resorted to a mode of addressing disputes between the parties. If the mediation does not work out, and then only the party should approach the court by way of litigation or arbitration in the case as the case may be. The best part of the mediation is that nothing is recorded, no rival contentions are recorded, and if the mediation is not successful, then the one-line report goes to the court saying that mediation has failed. Therefore, nobody is to be prejudiced by going for the mediation. Lastly, I would like to offer some advice to all. First and foremost, never give up. No matter how difficult things may be, always push forward and remain focused on your goal. Secondly, be kind and patient. The most successful mediators are one who are able to remain calm and understanding in the face of difficult situation. Finally, take a moment to reflect on your progress, on the progress of your competition, and on progress of the world. I congratulate you all for participating in the competition and wish you all the best in your future life. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, you really gave us an insight on the phases of mediation that went through during the COVID time and the situation that is currently today. And you very well highlighted the need and the merits of mediation. It is often seen that participants during moot court competitions, mediations, they lose composure, and in that way they lose marks. So I hope that the participants have got some insight on how to proceed with the competitions. Thank you so much, sir. Further, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Naveen K. Murthy, sir. Sir is the founder of NKM Law Chambers and is a qualified practitioner focusing on litigation, arbitration, and corporate advisory. Sir has dealt with wide-ranging matters in the areas of corporate law, insolvency and bankruptcy code, arbitration, constitutional law, environmental law, securities law, civil and criminal laws, personal laws, and also appears before the Supreme Court of India, Madras High Court, Kerala High Court, Bombay High Court, National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, National Company Law Tribunals, NGT, Debt Recovery Tribunals, Securities and Exchange Board of India, and several other arbitral tribunals. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Naveen, sir, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
A very good evening to all my friends. A very good evening to Honorable Justice Vijay Daga, former judge of the Bombay High Court. The very young and energetic Kriti Jindal, who is the CEO of Law Internships, Ms. Soumya, and all the other members of the Law Internship Organization. Ladies and gentlemen, young friends who've been fighting for the last couple of days. to be decided as to who is going to win the competition today. Very good evening. I would like to pick off from where Honorable Justice Daga has left. The last 2 days, all young minds have fought in the mediation competition. I should not say fight because you have tried to mediate. So it was rather all 2 days you've tried to mediate and attempt at who's going to be the best mediator and the best counsel. As most of you would have heard, there is a famous quote by George Herbert that a lean compromise is better than a fat lawsuit. So I believe that a lawsuit getting fatter is something so common in India that when the matter starts, a lawsuit will have one volume. And by the time, as Justice Daga said, it finishes the trial, it comes to second appeal, and by the time it lands up in Supreme Court, it becomes a fat lawsuit consuming years of time and substantial money from both parties. And in the present day context, it is quite undoubted that time is money. We cannot be wasting time. And this is the very reason that the concept of mediation did get a statutory recognition about 2 decades back. Most of you would know that Section 89 of the CPC was amended, where mediation, arbitration, and other forms of ADR was statutorily recognized as a mode of dispute resolution about 20 years back. And the mediation culture in India over the last two decades have sprung quite well. In fact, I believe in the inaugural ceremony, a senior member of the Madras Bar, from where I hail from, Sriram Panchu, and Justice Indira Banerjee, who was our Chief Justice before her elevation to Supreme Court, have graced the occasion. So we take pride that our bar has been a forerunner in mediation, because I believe that when Honorable Dr. Abdul Kalam was the President of India, he inaugurated the mediation center in the Madras side. So we take credit that probably us, followed by the Bombay High Court, from where His Lordship Justice Daga has served, we took the lead as the High Courts which started mediating. Friends, you must understand one thing, that in a litigation, ultimately there is a winner and there is a loser. There is no question where one party leaves the court happy, because there is always a sense of disgruntlement or being upset that somebody lost the bleed. That context is something that completely goes off in mediation, because in a mediation, both parties come to a level playing field or some neutral point where both agree, and it is a win-win. This saves a lot of time, energy, and money. And perhaps that is the reason why, even if you see the recent enactments in our country, the Insolvency Bankruptcy Code, the Arbitration Act, the new consumer laws, all the other allied laws, now prescribe time as a ground. Incidentally, myself being an arbitrator and mediator in many matters, I'm also bound by time. I tell parties that please don't prolong matters. I'm bound by time. But even in matters where I have arbitrated, the first thing I would ask parties, is there a possibility for mediation and settlement? Kindly persuade that, ask parties to do that, so that I will have the benefit of relinquishing my role as an arbitrator with the contentment and happiness that the parties are settled amongst themselves. Because in today's context, the volume of litigation, as pointed out by the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Chandrachud, and Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul, who is the senior most judge of the Supreme Court, that the volume of litigation in today's country has increased manifold. And it is going to take so many years and so many judges to sort out these matters. And therefore, it is always best disputes that can be sorted out, that can be mediated, are appropriately mediated. And I believe law internships is doing a great service, that just not only by stopping with organizing moot court competitions, but by training participants in mediation competitions, you are giving them a bird's eye view of the mediation culture in our country, which is very good. I convey my heartfelt appreciation to the law internships team, which is a very good thing that you have started. I wish the very best. And friends, please understand that as lawyers, we are social engineers. And all the young friends who will be becoming lawyers in a few years, you are social engineers. You are not there just to come, argue a matter, and make money. You are a part of the society, and historically, even prior to the Constitution and after the Constitution, the people who have played a key role in shaping the country have been lawyers. Dr. Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru have all been stalwarts. Dr. Ambedkar, who have all been stalwarts, who have been lawyers who have contributed immensely to the country through their service. And I believe you must adopt the same thing. In a lighter vein, I have also been a reasonably good mediator. Once a friend of mine, slightly senior to me by a couple of years, came to my office with a scowl on his face and said that I'm going to divorce my wife. I said, why? He said a problem started and it became bigger. I said, you must be out of your mind. I was a little harsh with him and said, I will give you a solution. Take your phone out, type the message, I love you, send it to your wife. The problem will be sorted out. He was reluctant, but he did the same. In 5 minutes, he got a reply, I'm sorry, and the issue sorted out. See, this is the concept where when two parties are able to agree to disagree, you are going to have a win-win and things are going to be much smoother. And in many matters, mediation has worked out in family matters, even in commercial matters, several people have been able to sort out issues. And I think senior members like Justice Daga would have seen in their career about 30, 40 years, they would have sorted out so many matters before it reaches court. And that shows that it's important that mediation is the thing to stay for the future. All of you, please get a good hand and a good grip over mediation. Don't worry that if you become a mediator, you will not get fees. It is institutionalized by the day. And the concept of arbitration and mediation called MEDAB is starting, and it's available over various arbitration centers and mediation centers. So kindly take this competition as an opportunity to acquaint yourselves with mediation and be prepared for being not just good lawyers, but being very good human beings in the future. I congratulate Law Internships for this very good initiative. And I believe that this gives the participants so much exposure that they would definitely want. All the very best. Thank you to the winners and to the participants who are not winners. I'm sure probably the next time you're going to get closer to that. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening words. I'm sure that the participants, not only the participants, but I, being a law student, have definitely got some insight on how to manage my further career. Thank you so much, sir. Now, finally, the time has arrived, and I'm sure that the participants are waiting for the most awaited moment, the declaration of the result. And it gives me immense pride to announce that in this competition, more than 30 universities and 150 plus students had participated. So let's just not keep the participants more awaited. First, we'll be declaring the results of individual rounds and further the team rounds. Now, I would like to invite Sir Naveen K. Murthy, sir, to announce the results of the individual rounds. Over to you, sir.
I believe the suspense is ending in a matter of 2 seconds. So I take the privilege to announce the results for the best counsel and the best mediator. The best counsel for this year's competition goes to I-14. Congratulations, all the very best. I hope I've made the right announcement, Soumya. So the best counsel is I-14.
Thank you so much.
Best mediator, may I pull on for 10 seconds? Probably you should keep guessing, but I think the mediator is already inside. It's I-06. So I-14 is the best counsel and I-06 is the best mediator. Many congratulations to them on behalf of myself and Justice Daga.
Congratulations to the winners of the individual rounds.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We are obliged.
Heartiest congratulations to the winners.
Thank you.
Now let's not keep the team awaited. They just want to hear the results. Okay. So moving ahead with the results of the team rounds, I would like to invite Justice Daga, sir, to announce the results of the team rounds. Over to you, sir.
Before announcing, I'm congratulating the runners-up and the winners both. Now, who could be the runners-up according to you? It is a suspense. Okay.
Yes. And I'm sure, sir, T15 and T17, they are eagerly waiting to hear the results from you, sir.
Runner-up is Team 17.
Congratulations to Team Code 17.
Yes, and winners is Team 15, 1-5.
Artist, congratulations, winners.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winners.
Both.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
I
sir.
would like to request the winners of individual rounds to please share their experience during the competition. I believe we have the counsel for best counsel from the individual round.
So good afternoon, everyone. This is a immense pleasure to get awarded. on this beautiful scale. And the last 2 days were immensely very well organized. They were smooth because we have that tendency that virtual events will make like a little problematic, and it's not so, it does not give you a huge experience when we go out and speak in like in public. So it's for both judges and the people who are participating. But from the personal experience, it was immensely very good. And I learned a lot from the judges who came from different fields all together to judge us. They were also very, their feedback was very effective so that we can make them useful in our further competitions. Like if even we go to because this platform has like all, as you have mentioned, that they are all universities. We are competing with NLUs, the private law schools, the government law schools, and state law schools. So we are getting different experience. Similarly, our judges have been graduated and post-graduated from different law schools, not only from top 1 2 NLUs. That has been like, we have a diverse, so we can accept that fact that it's just your experience and your growth that has to be consistent enough to achieve that. And it is a very great, I'm feeling very great, to be honest. So I don't have a lot of words to say, but thank you so much. And it was a very immense and very heartwarming and fruitful experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Palak. Now, I would like to invite the runners up for the team rounds, T17. Please share your experience with us.
Ma'am, the experience was very good to enhance, and the judges you kept in each and every round were very brief, and they gave us reviews which were very genuine, and we could make out our mistakes very easily. So we improved round by round, and we will improve in our future days. And I'm very happy to be honored. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Last but not the least, I would like to invite T15, who is the winner of the team rounds. Please share your experience throughout the competition. I repeat, T15.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think the whole session, the entire competition was very smoothly run. Like any doubt we had, we could contact the organizers, which a lot of competitions, even like offline, they do not offer that. So I think that was run very smoothly. We could contact you, we could reach out to you whenever we had a problem. That was there. And yeah, even the moderators in the session, they were like timekeeping everything, like it was super organized. And yeah, like one of the participant mentioned, the entire time the judges feedbacks helped us a lot. Like I remember, so this is our first mediation competition. So the first round we were very nervous, and actually what helped us was the judges feedback. Like all the judges were such thoroughly picked. Like all of them gave individual feedback, which not a lot of judges give, and that helped us in the next rounds and then in the next round. So I would like to thank Law Internships for this opportunity. And I would like to thank Justice Vijay sir and Naveen Kumar Murthy sir for announcing the results and sharing their insights. And I would like to thank the moderator and the volunteers who have helped us in this competition. Thank you. And I would like to thank Shruti ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you so much.
Over to you, Soumya.
Okay, ma'am. So finally, the results have been announced, and I can see the happiness on the winners and runner-ups and in everyone's face. Okay, so moving ahead, I feel incredibly honored and privileged to have been allowed to extend a vote of thanks on this successful event. First of all, I would like to thank Ms. Riddhi ma'am for giving me this wonderful opportunity to host not only the inaugural ceremony, but also the valedictory ceremony. And ma'am, it is an honor for me. On behalf of Law Internships, I would like to extend our thanks to more than 30 participating universities and 150 plus participants across the country. I would extend my warm regards and heartiest congratulations to our honorable chief guest, Justice Vijay Daga sir, and guest speaker, Mr. Naveen sir, for gracing this event with your presence and inspiring words. Further, I also want to thank the Law Internships, Mr. Shubhank sir, founder and managing director at Law Internships, organizing committee members, which definitely includes me as well, Shivam Saurabh, Shashi Shekhar, Bhaskar Narayan, Kanvi Gupta and Shreya, and all the volunteers who worked hard in making this event a success. Also, I would like to thank to all the participants whose efforts cannot be overlooked as they worked dedicatedly for this competition. Last but not the least, I want to extend a vote of thanks to all our partners who have been supporting us throughout the event. SCC Online, Live Law, Mediate Guru, Thomas George and Associates, JMVD Legal, AB Legal, NKM Law Chambers, Kamendu Joshi and Associates for making this event a successful one. I close by thanking you all for your participation and support throughout the competition. And before we call it a day, I would like to recall what Antonio Brown, an American footballer, said. In his words, the journey is never ending. There's always going to be growth, improvement, adversity. All you got to do is just take it all and do what's right. Continue to grow, continue to live in the moment. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.